Well, it would seem that myself and a lot of other people were wrong on Avatar: The Way of Water's budget and what it needed to make. I'm sure you know the story. Avatar: The Way of Water hits $1 billion in global ticket sales in just 2 weeks, but it needs to make even more at the box office to break even. Now, why is everyone saying this? Because James Cameron said that Avatar 2 needed to be in the top 5 movies of all time, meaning it would need to make about $2 billion. This came from him. That's why it's a big story. And a lot of people have been talking about it because the idea that it needs to make that money is kind of crazy. Well, he came out and did an interview lately. This is from our box office over on Reddit. And said he misspoke. He meant more in the top 5, which I believe would be like 1.5 billion. And it's going to make that for sure. Let's listen to this. Hold on.
10th highest to break. A little inaccurate on that. It's probably more like the 10th highest to break even. But yeah, it has to achieve at a very high level. But that was always a given from when we started. That was always the challenge.
So it needs to be in the top 10, which would be like 1.5 billion, I think people were saying. And it's likely going to hit that. As of today, it's at 1.1 billion. I would say it might still even hit 2 billion. I don't know. It's only been a couple of weeks, so maybe it could still hit that number. But as far as it making a profit, it's going to probably make that money. It's at 1.1 billion. I'd say the idea of it making the same amount as Top Gun Maverick is probably likely, which was 1.5 billion something. So it's tracking about the same as Top Gun Maverick. It'll probably make the same amount of money that Top Gun Maverick made. So that ensures that the movie will for sure get its 5th movie, because from the way people have been breaking this down is as the movies go forward, it'll make like the budget for those movies will be less and less, or they'll cost less and less. So it won't have to make as much as this one to actually be profitable, because I guess the main stuff with this movie is the technology used to create it. And that was a little bit of an investment. So they're actually making their money now, or they're about to hit it, which means they're going to squeak in some profit too. I bet this movie will make about 1.6 now. We'll see. It's tough to call with this movie because I was way off on the box office. I just don't get it. And I don't have anything against Avatar. I've never really, and I know a lot of people that like movies, and I've had a lot of conversations about good movies and all that, and Avatar has never been brought up. So, I've never seen anyone excited for it. It's been a long time, and, who knows? I guess it's just a movie that everyone loves and doesn't like to talk about. I don't know. Everyone's talking about it right now because it's the hot topic, but we've had a decade to assess people's favorite movies, and I've never heard anybody say Avatar, but I was way wrong on this movie's popularity, and I was also wrong. But to be fair, a lot of us were wrong on it because James Cameron told us all it was $2 billion. He was just a little bit off. It didn't come from, we got this covered or something like that website, and I would never take anything from them because I remember them just making up wild shit back in the day. I don't know if they've changed or not, but that was enough for me. So, movie's probably already made its money. I wanted to put this video out there because, I was wrong about it. A lot of people were wrong about it, and I think it's good to correct things when that information comes out. And we have James Cameron himself now saying he misspoke. It needs to be in the top 10.
A little inaccurate on that. It's probably more like the 10th highest to break even. But yeah, it has.
So, there you go. That's from the man himself. And, looks like Disney finally gets a hit this year. After flop, they've got this movie. And I bet you that Disney's price their stock is probably going to go up now because of James Cameron fixing this, because it dipped a little bit before. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, check out my Rumble and my locals, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.